Hey guys, so I haven't been recording at all. I was poorly, I came down with a rotten cold, and then I seemed to get over it, and I was like, yay! And then it came back with vengeance, and I've still got a bit of it there. It is clearing up, but why? I don't understand. I thought I was completely over it. So I moved Miss Witch. Normally she sits on the other end of that radiator cover, but she's this end because it is nearly Halloween. So I thought, you know, she deserves a bit of a spotlight. I have had a couple of comments saying that her in my background is freaking you out. Honestly, Miss Witch is a friendly witch. She's not mean at all. I call her Miss because she's either never been married or she's divorced. She's a separated witch because she goes by Miss, because we don't have a mister. She's a single lady. And I thought, as I got that comment about someone said, I'm half expecting her to turn round. If she does, let me know. And I thought it'd be quite fun to talk about like some supernatural stuff, because my house is a little haunted. And if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, you may want to lie. But if you do, stick around, because let's talk ghost stories. My house, my mum won't go upstairs in my house anymore. This is such a thing. So let's begin. You all know that downstairs, just over there, I have a spare room. That room used to be very thick in air, like people would get a funny feeling by that room. But before that room was done, my mum used to sleep upstairs when she come to stay. So I'd put Cameron and Liam in the same room, and then my mum would sleep in Cameron's room. My mum isn't one for like getting up really early in the morning. She likes to sleep in a bit. So one particular morning, she woke up and she come downstairs and she said to me, why isn't Liam at school today? Is he poorly? And I was like, what? And she went, and another thing, I spoke to him and he ignored me. And I went, no mum, Liam's at school. She said, no Helen, Liam is not at school. I spoke to him this morning. No mum, he's definitely at school. So she now refuses to go upstairs. So there's a little boy that's upstairs in my house that everyone has seen apart from me for some strange reason. Now I believe I don't need to see you. I believe you're there. I don't need to see you, thank you very much. But everyone else has, including Danny. So let's start with my mum's story of seeing the boy. My mum gets up, she wakes up, she sits to the edge of the bed, and she's like getting her slippers on and getting ready to come downstairs. And a boy walks around the hallway, because my stairs are in the centre of my house, walks around the hallway and across the door of where my mum's sitting. So the door's here and my mum's on the edge of the bed facing like this way. So she turns and she sees a boy walking past, and she says to the boy, oh Liam, why aren't you at school today? You're not feeling very well. And the boy ignored her and carried on walking into Liam's bedroom. And my mum was like, well, that's a bit rude. So came down to tell me that Liam ignored her and why ain't he at school? But he was at school. So that is the story to why my mum will not go upstairs. Now, the boys have all seen a boy running around upstairs. And it's kind of like that. Like you might see something at the corner of your eye and look, but there's nothing there, if you know what I mean. Cameron has literally seen a boy run from Ollie's room across the hallway in front of his room line. And he's a small boy. He's about Ollie's age now, because obviously when this happened, my mum thought it was Liam, and Liam was about Ollie's age. So he's around 6. Danny's seen him. Danny went upstairs and looked, and at the corner of his eye, and he double took, and then the boy was gone. He even described what the boy was wearing. Apparently the boy was, again, around 6, 7, fair hair, and Danny said that he looked like he was an evacuee child, so that kind of era. So the land which my house was built on was actually factory land, So Cameron's got a theory that it would have been a boy that worked in the factory, like before the house was built. And that's where, you know, because young children used to work in factories. That's Cameron's theory on the boy. But like I said, I've never seen a boy. Although, because you know I go spiritualist church, I once went to a church and got a reading and they said to me, there's a little boy attached to you. And I said, okay. And I have no young boys that have passed around me. And they said, no, he's not related to you. He's just attached to you. He likes you. And I thought, okay. He can like me from afar. I don't need to see him. So that's the boy that's in the house. Now, there's a man that's in the house. And the man that's in this house is on the scary side. I actually have a picture that, let me go grab Cameron's phone.
I don't think I have it.
I sent it to you on Messenger, so go into your Messenger. That's probably the best way for you to find it. Cameron went to camp and he wanted the picture, so I know that I sent it to him. Come sit down and talk about the boy, because I was just talking about the boy.
Okay.
Describe the boy.
It was a shadow.
It was a shadow. Dad's actually seen what he's wearing. And then we're talking about the boy, and now I'm talking about the man. I'm hoping that you can see this, but Danny looks very young. This was like, we was only here for a couple of months, I think. So Dad looks really young in this picture. There is a light figure above his head, and I hope you can see this. Let me show you. Can you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see? Oh, just above his head, just there.
I can't see it though.
You can't see it?
I can't see it.
See, some people that I show the picture to, some can see it, some can't see it. Let me know if you can see the face that's above Danny's head in that picture. Yeah, I just zoomed in. Let me show you again. No, it's not even. Oh, maybe there you can see it. Honestly, I can see the pupils in the eyes. I can see the pupils. Look. You can't see. You used to be able to see it.
I used to be able to see it.
Can anyone else see that? Look how young Danny looks. Look at your dad. Oh my gosh. You see that? I don't know if you lot can even see that. It even looks like I don't want to do a scary face, but it looks like he's going like that. What a photo bomb. If I showed you the rest of the picture, you lot would laugh in it. Because Danny was like doing silly things and I was just taking pictures. It was when I got my iPad. I got my iPad and I was like taking pictures on it, and we were just messing around, and that was in the background. I'm trying to like... and you've seen the man.
I've seen the man.
Tell them your story about when you saw the man.
Gosh, okay, so I was younger, and every night I would go to bed and I would just see this like tall man looking at me, just his head looking at me, directly at my door, and it was like half his face only was showing.
Yeah, so if the door frame's here, he kept going like this. God, I'll die. I would freak out.
I was like,
and I said, what did you do?
Nothing.
He's I stared at him. Why did you stare at him? I'd be hiding under the covers. He's like, well, at least I know where he is. Oh my gosh.
Hiding underneath the covers ain't gonna do nothing. He knows where you are. You ain't just gonna stand.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't. When Liam was very, very small. Actually, should I call Liam down?
Yeah. I mean...
So what I'm talking about is like Halloween stuff. Okay. So I was talking about the boy that's in the house, and the man, and the picture that I've got with Dad in it. And then I was just saying how when you were younger, you could see things. Do you want to talk about them?
Don't really remember a lot.
You don't really remember a lot. What do you remember?
Once when I was in bed, everyone was asleep and I saw a shadow walk across
Describe the shadow. Was it like an adult or a child? Do you remember?
I think it was an adult.
Male or female?
Male.
Male. Yeah, it's the man. When it's a shame you don't remember a lot of it. When he was little, he'd go to bed with a torch, and we moved into this house when you were 4. You were 4 when we moved in here, and his room was Ollie's room now, because like I said, when my stairs are in the centre of the house, I wanted the youngest to be next to the toilet so they didn't have to walk around the stairs, because it's quite dangerous in the dark, isn't it? That's why Ollie's in that room now. So that room, which is parallel to that room there, the room that I said in the beginning that had quite a thick air, they're obviously on top of each other, so I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. But he used to go to bed and he wanted a torch, and he used to say things like, I have to go to bed with a torch, and I'd be like, why? And he'd say, because of the ghosties. And he's like, the dark ghosties don't like the light, and if you shine it at them then they go away, but the light ghosties like the light and they don't mind it. And that's how he could tell the difference. And I was like, do you remember saying that? Oh my gosh. And he used to say things all the time when he was little. He said that he came downstairs and he was like, Mum, Mum, Mum. And I was like, what? And he was, there's a man in your room. Do you remember that?
No.
And I said, what? He went, there's a man in your room and he's looking at your perfume bottles. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
This kid. I was like, okay. And then you were in school and you saw a little boy at school. Do you remember that? He said there was a little boy at school, they had sports day, and he was like, it was really sad, there was a boy at school and there was a football and he was trying to kick the ball, but he didn't realise that he couldn't kick the ball. I was like, oh. And then as he grew up, he kind of grew out of it all.
Yeah.
And then when Ollie went into that room, Ollie started seeing things, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ollie don't like to be in his room on his own. If Ollie goes upstairs, he'll either chill out in my room or Cameron's room. He doesn't really like to be in his room alone. Okay, well, thank you, even though you don't remember anything.
I remember a little bit.
You remember a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart.
Love you.
I love you too.
Nice discussion.
Nice discussion. So yeah, so then let's talk about that room. So my neighbour next door used to live in my house. So, and now he lives next door. So he began relations with the girl next door and then sold the house and moved in next door. So when we moved in, and he was like, oh, that used to be my house, and da da da. So we, you know, we always talked to him about the house and what it was like when he moved in, because we've done a lot of work to it because it was a repo when we bought it. And the other day, like, we've been here all this time, and the other day I was like, oh, can I have a word about the house? And Danny, who believes in none of this, by the way, he believes in none of it. So him seeing that boy, he's like, I don't believe it, but I saw something. I still don't believe it, but that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, for a non-believer, no amount of proof will ever be good enough. Like, Danny saw something with his own eyes, he still don't believe. For a believer, I don't need to see anything, because I believe. I don't need to see anything. Fear, the fear that it brings over me. So anyway, he went, oh, you're going to talk about the ghosts to next door. And then he said, without me saying anything, what, that room down there, it's very cold, isn't it? And I said, yes, it is a very cold room. It's better now, but it was really, really bad when we first moved in. And he said that when he bought the house, a lady had passed away in that room, and it was always cold and it was always eerie. And I was like, oh, that's so sad. Here's the thing. That room was very cold and very eerie up until the point of Ollie being born, because Ollie was born in that room. I had a home birth with Ollie. I got a birthing pool in there, and that's where Ollie was born. So up until that point, anyone that came round would always be like, oh, I get bad vibes from that room. It's very eerie in that room. And it's weird to just have that room there by itself, like. And then I think when I gave birth and that new life was created in that room, it kind of reset the energy, because I don't get bad vibes in that room now at all. And it's also strange that we never see a woman or anything like that. It's a boy and a man that we see. So yeah, I just thought I'd, as it's Halloween, you know, throw in a few ghost stories. So the posties just been, yay. I love Happy Mail. The first thing I got was a new watch strap because mine broke. The things that hold the flappy bit has snapped, so I ordered another one. I ordered, in fact, the exact same one because I like the brown leather look. Then I did get some combs for the boys for their stocking fillers, because I'm trying to think of things to get for Christmas and things for their stockings. So green one for Cameron, red one for Ollie, and then I couldn't get blue, so purple's close to blue. It's kind of, we'll go with that. So another Christmas thing that I got was I picked up these charger plates on eBay, and I really like the gold pattern on them. So I'm looking forward to using them at Christmas and having, you know, a nice sparkly gold table. They're secondhand, so they weren't very expensive at all. And so I also got the boys this book. I really liked it because it's got all the pumpkins on it, so I'm gonna give this as part of the boys' Halloween gift. It's called We Gather Together. These are such good books. I've actually got the one on the back, The Shortest Day. Not only does it talk about how I celebrate things, but it also talks the way people all around the world will celebrate different seasons, and yeah, it's just brilliant. So it'll talk about how in modern times we get our food and how it's produced, and then it will talk about like the science behind it all. So the science behind the equinox and the summer solstice and the winter solstice and things like that. So it's a very balanced view. Talk about the growing seasons, and then 300,000 years ago, no one knew how to plant seeds to produce bountiful harvest. Cave dwellers picked berries, collect nuts, dug roots, and gathered wild plants. Haven't we come a long way? Could you imagine living in those days when you just couldn't pop to like Aldi's and just buy some milk or whatever? Winters were so hard for them, they had to live on what they could gather and store throughout the fall. So yeah, it talks about Syria and Turkey, because even though our seasons are different, seasons are still celebrated. Asia, just all around the world, and I really like that. India, again, their seasons may be different and they'll celebrate it at different times because of where we are in the world, but Nigerians, what they celebrated. It's just amazing. Hundreds of years ago, the English believed that the spirit of their wheat lived in the last bundle they cut. In each field, they twisted into the shape of a doll. And if you look back, I've made the doll before. Since they called wheat corn, the dolls were named corn dollies. How lovely. Just, yeah. Equinox facts. So yeah, really interesting. So later on, I'm gonna get the boys' things together and start making up their little cauldrons with all their goodies inside. This year, I haven't done much for Halloween at all, or Samhain as I celebrate it. Most of the time, we'll have a party. This year, we didn't have a party because last year, for some reason or another, lots of people cancelled. People were sick. I mean, I'm sick now, but It's so much effort, and when people can't come, it's very disheartening. And you know, we'd booked a holiday, so it wasn't like we didn't do anything. We did. I wanted to go pumpkin picking, but sick. Even poor little Liam's been really down with a cold, and where we've had really wet weather, we just haven't wanted to go out. So I may pop to Morrison's or something and go buy some pumpkins, so at least we can do some pumpkin carving, because I just feel so bad that we've not really done anything. I haven't even decorated. I know I have Miss Witch, but usually I full on decorate for Halloween, and I just haven't. But yeah, at least, you know, the boys are getting their little cauldrons filled with goodies, so it's not like they're not getting anything, do you know what I mean? So I've got a number of plants that I've been picking up that I need to put in, and it's a really nice day, you know. For the time of year, it's not raining, it's bright enough, a little on the chilly side. I love this heather, beautiful colour, and it's a beautiful price too. So I'm going to get these into the ground. I did get a question on how my bay leaf tree was doing. That's that one there, it's doing really well, and that's my olive tree that's doing really well. This is looking very bare now, so let's get some of this autumn colour in. I'm just bringing them over. Look at this little winter green. It's got little red berries, but then look at these little flowers. They're like little white drops. So cute. So yeah, this is, I need to clear all this out. Look, this has all lived its best life and moved on. I need to pull all this out and get all the pretty, oh look, my little primrose are being hidden from this, which is still very green. Actually, I have 2 of these and they seem quite little, so I may move these up the front. This looks like it's died back, so I think I want one in that one. That was an old iron that I actually found in the bottom of my garden. I have another one on the other side. These are pretty much done as well. One in this one. What do you reckon? These are doing well. These are still flowering. Bless their little hearts. I need to get in and do some de-weeding as well, look. I haven't been out here. This is a really nice geranium. I'll pick that up in a minute. And in the summer it's lovely green foliage, and then as it comes into this time of the year they change colour and it's so pretty. So pretty. State of me. I seem to add more and more plants into this border, and it never seems to fill up. Maybe because it's seasonal, and as ones are dying, more are coming up, and then it will just hopefully rotate. If I'm putting in seasonal perennials, hopefully next year they all come up and come down at different times, and I have a nice full border for a lot of the year. This is what I'm hoping. So I'm using these cauldrons that I got from Poundland. Filled them with this paper stuff that was in the attic from Easter. So kind of like an Easter basket. I'm going to do a Halloween basket. Bless Ollie was rather upset earlier. He was actually crying. He said, what are we doing for Halloween? I said, well, you're at school in the day, and then you've got beavers, Cameron's got cubs, and Daddy's working the night. And he got really upset, and I said, well, I might have a trick or treat up my sleeve. You might get a little treat. And this is their little Halloween treat. Happy Halloween! Did you like what you got? Which one's yours? I wonder.
Red.
Yeah, get it out.
so cool.
Bounce it. Bounce it on the floor, bub.
Oh, it actually does.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want yours, darling?
Yes, please. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cameron, I wasn't sure if you'd want one.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're a bit old for it, really.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I couldn't leave you out.
I like the sweets though.
You'll eat the sweets.
I like the sweets though.
I couldn't leave you out.
It's,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Got
Wait,
balloons
it's
as
when
well.
you drop
Huh?
it.
It's a balloon. Is it one of those kicking balloons?
Yes. And then, look at this egg, look.
I know, right? I saw that.
Look, it actually glows when you drop it. And it goes,
Yeah, you need to blow that up, like really, 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 really big, and then you can go.
That's an outdoor toy, by the way.
and it goes red, green, blue.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got a red snake, sweetie,
Red.
and a
Vampire.
red one. It's
Okay.
Count Dracula.
I like it.
You like it? Cool.
I got goo.
Yeah, you got the go because it was green. They didn't have a blue one then, so you got the bat.
Yeah.
Yep. That one looks a bit like a pumpkin. Keep going. How big can you go? You're gonna run all out of there. You're gonna do yours, Cameron.
I'm doing mine actually. This is like.
Cameron's gonna really be able to do it. Oh!
Is it fun?
It's going that way for some reason.
I think Ollie's is bigger than mine.
Oh, it is.
Oh my god.
Have fun. Do you want your brother to do yours for you?
I can do my own.
You can do your own. Okay. Nice Halloween gift. Oh, thank you, sweetie.
It's a brilliant Halloween gift.
Thank you, darling. Something, isn't it?
Oh, I just realised from that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The look in his eyes.
Remember, he had that one jelly bean bouncing around the place.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are the same ones. I got him Easter ones before, and
They
they
were like orange.
and they were orange. There were so many E numbers in it that they ended up going in the bin. We'll see how you go with them. It's not because you're going beavers. Stack up, boys, and then I'll send you away. So I've got some bits that have been coming through the post over the last few days. I thought I'd go through them. Usually things like this I wouldn't necessarily share on my channel, but I got some wisdom oracle cards. I got these ones for me, and then I did actually, Sherry, if you're watching, stop watching, click off right now. And then I did get some for Sherry. These ones are, they're sort of motivational ones where each card has an inspirational quote of the day, so you can pull a card a day to sort of, you know, that kind of thing, because it is her birthday coming up. So I got her these cards, which are beautiful, and then also this Buddha plaque, this stone Buddha plaque, because she loves Buddha, so I got her that, and that will be her birthday present. Should I show you some of these cards? Let me see if I can open them without actually damaging the box. I don't want to look like, no, maybe, let me try. So the backs look like this, and I just got these off eBay. And then this is a really pretty card. Oneness is my true nature. So you just, the theory is you just give them a shuffle, and then that's your quote of the day. I am the loving energy of the universe. Lift your spirits and stuff. Look how pretty these cards are. They're absolutely beautiful cards. Look at that one. It was so nice. I choose love no matter what. Really, really nice cards. So I think that she's going to really, really like them. Shall I show you my cards while I'm at it? These are the backs. I don't really like the backs, they're very bold for me, but the actual cards are really, really nice. I like this one, A Change in the Wind, with the zebra and the tower. It's such cool artwork. All that glitters is not gold. No place like home. They're really, really nice cards. So if you're into cards and stuff like that, that's the Wisdom of the Oracle. Again, really inexpensive on eBay. And then I did get myself some plaques. So I got Sherry a plaque, and then I got this one for myself. This is the Triple Moon. Really, really like it. It's like ceramic. I'm not sure if I want to put them outside in the garden or somewhere in the house. I got that one. I got the Tree of Life, which I really, really like that one. And then I got the Moon Gazing Hare. Really like that one too. That's just the 3 they had. If they'd have had more for different stages of the year, I would have picked them up too. But they might, you know, I'll keep my eye out. They might get more in. And then the other thing I did get some incense, because I go through quite a few of these too. These ones are the star sign ones, and then sage. You know. So I just done my nails. I really liked the black, but yeah, they were really grown out and I didn't want the orange anymore, so I done the silver and black. This silver is so pretty, look at that shine. It's like a rainbow colour. It seems like my nails grow quicker with the gels on them.
Oh, even the dog wants to join in.
You've got music playing, Pixie's all happy. Yeah, Granny's going to be painting the porch. So before... if you ever had to, well, your rapping skills are something else. Look at this.
You disposed of a dead body. I'm your man.
Yeah, innit?
You know why, don't you? Because we've been watching that Breaking Bad.
Yeah, we have been watching Breaking Bad. It's quite good. Our new favourite series. It smells in here. What is that?
Really good. It's it's hardener. It's
Hardener?
yeah.
Okay.
It would filler hardener.
Ah, okay. For the little bits that... Because Danny is ever the perfectionist.
No.
Yeah, y'all.
No,
Yeah, y'all.
not.
Yeah, y'all. Did you put like an undercoat or PVA or something?
It's called bonding coat, darling. Yeah.
Otherwise known as PVA.
No. It's down there. It's a little.
I'm not saying anything.
You can't use the big.
You can't. Oh look, yeah. He's not lying. Plaster primer. There you go.
Actually, yeah, because bonding is putting 2 things together, isn't it? This is just a plaster primer.
I'm just picking. I've got no makeup on. Ah!
Oh, hi.
Hi, darling. I'm just picking Cameron up. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I had a good time.
Did it rain the whole time you were away?
Yeah,
Was you in tents or was you in a building?
we're in building.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah.
That is lucky. He's been away all weekend. Well, all weekend, not
Where's
really. Dad's at home.
Huh.
He went away Friday, like evening, 6 p.m. and now it's like 4:30 on Sunday.
4:30 already.
I know. So yeah. So really he's only been away from one meal, but it seems like he's been away for so long. Oh. Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Missed you too. It's cold. It's cold. Bless you. Home we go. Oh, you tired? You've been up most of the night, ain't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know the card game Cards Against Humanity?
No.
We've been playing that.
Can you teach me and Dad?
It's a Pacific card game and it's really rude.
What have you been playing that for then? Should I order it online or something?
Yeah, it's definitely not something to like play in front of the kids. It's like definitely an adult's thing.
Any of you heard of it?
Probably people have probably had heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Cards Against Humanity is hilarious, but it's so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like Truth and Dare?
It's not Truth and Dare. It's like it's a sentence you have to fill in. So like you have a black card and a white card, and then the black card will have a sentence, and you have to fill it up with the white card. So
I might order it for when Long Run Paw and that come.
yeah, it's so rude. It's hilarious though.
Okay, home we go.
What did your brother buy you?
So,
A sticky slug. Oh. And a woggle for your beavers. So kind of you, Cameron. Did you get something for Lynn?
It's a pencil, but it's a sloth, and it has like a speech bubble with ... on it.
Oh, I give money to Cameron for his trip and he buys you something with it. Let me see it. Oh, that looks really, really...
sluggish.
Let me see his face. Oh, he is very sticky. So it's all painted and it looks so good. Because obviously the room's got smaller, but you can't really tell, the net now is slightly too long, so Danny's going to have to take it up because obviously it used to be higher, if that makes sense. But yeah, and then the cupboard that Danny built, he had to cut it down, so he just literally just cut it down. So now it still fits the room really, really well and it ends perfectly. So yeah, I love that sign. Everything's back. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.